Hi, I want to talk a little bit about one of the areas I work in a lot with my hypnotherapy clients, generalized anxiety. So, what is generalized anxiety? It's when you're constantly playing the what if game. You're imagining worst case scenarios. You're constantly asking yourself, what if this happens? What if that happens? And it's really damaging to the system. See, our nervous system doesn't know what's going on out there in the world. If you're constantly imagining worst case scenarios, your nervous system is responding to your thoughts as though those things were actually taking place. Let me give you a little example. If you were a person who happened to be afraid of snakes and you thought you saw a snake on the floor of the room you're in right now, you would have all kinds of emotional, psychological, physiological reactions to that. Your heart would start to beat more rapidly, your palms would sweat, your mouth would go dry. You're entering into the fight flight state, preparing to run out of the room or protect yourself against that snake. But if you then realized it wasn't a snake at all, but rather an extension cord, all of those responses would go away. Your heart would return to its normal rate, your mouth would be moist again, your palms dry. You might even laugh at yourself for thinking it was a snake in the first place, and now you're releasing endorphins, the feel good hormones. Now, the point is, it doesn't matter if there was a snake there or not. All of those reactions were created by your thoughts. So, again, when you're constantly imagining terrible things happening, your nervous system is responding as though those things were actually taking place. Now, when you understand how the subconscious works, all this is your subconscious trying to help you out. The number one function of your subconscious mind is self preservation, it wants to keep you safe. But it's also the illogical part of your mind. And so, if you've received messages that the world is unsafe, and we're getting a lot of those messages now, aren't we? Or you've had something happen in the past, something that happened out of the blue, something that was traumatic, something that now your subconscious is saying, oh, we got to be prepared, something bad could happen. That worry is your subconscious thinking, well, if I think about all the negative things that could happen, I'm ready for them. It gives you an illusion of control. But again, this is really taxing on the system. People who are in that fight flight state ongoingly have all kinds of difficulties. They might have tension in their neck, back, shoulders, jaw from clenching, from being tight all the time. They might have digestive issues because they're in that fight flight state, so the blood is shunted away from your midsection to your arms and legs so you can protect yourself. They might have an overreactive, hypervigilant startle response. They may have difficulty sleeping because the subconscious is still on alert for everything. And so, again, it's really draining on the system. If this is something you struggle with, I would love to talk with you. I always offer a 1 hour free consultation to anybody who's potentially interested in becoming a client. It's an opportunity for us to check one another out, have a conversation about your goal, and see if we're a fit. Now, my approach to addressing generalized anxiety is to identify and address the underlying cause. I do this without taking you back to relive anything. That is not my style. But we will have some conversations about where you think this is coming from and what do you think may have started this response in the first place. And then I take that information and use it to help soothe your subconscious mind. And so I'd love to have a chat with you if you struggle with this. You do not have to have this go on for you. Trust me, you can have peace of mind. You can have quiet in your mind. You can have a sense of feeling that you can handle whatever life throws at you and the ability to just stay in the moment and enjoy what is actually taking place. And so I'd love to have a consultation with you. You can use the link below to book with me. I look forward to meeting you. Take care.